So what you should be looking at right now is my Jupyter notebook. And for this next homework, what we want you to start with is we want you to start with your solution to homework 1, which I will provide sort of this solution that we talked about in class. I'll upload that to the group on NanoHub. But we would like for you to take this solution to homework 1 and make it into a command line script, or, well, I'm going to say command line script, but if you're a really big Jupyter Notebook fan, maybe you'll make it into a Jupyter Notebook input script. But we want you to make it so that this will work for any MD-out file. So they should be able, if they're running from the command line, you'll say Python, and then you'll have put this in a .py file, and they'll say whatever, like homework3.py, and then you'll give a file path to an MD-out file. And there's a little bit more modification we want you to do here. So for homework 1, you were appending the energies to a list. We want you to modify this so that you write the values to a file, so that when you run your script, it creates a new file that has all of those ETOT values in them. And I will write that up and put this starting notebook in the group, but that is your homework for this session. Dr. McDonald?
Yeah, I think that's good. And are you posting a starter notebook?
Yes. Can you see my notebook now?
Yes,
Okay.
I can see your notebook. So you're posting that starter notebook for them to do the homework.
Yes, I'm going to be modifying the description, and then I'll be posting the notebook. It will have this code in it for you to start from. But another thing that this sort of generates is that when you write code, you might write sort of like one piece one day, and then you might come back later and make it into something nicer later. So, but yes, I will post the starting notebook.
Yeah. And what we did today and what Dr. Nash is describing, where we had a code and then like we made it better and we did some functions, in computer vocabulary, that's often called refactoring. When you sort of go back to a code that you wrote before and you make it better, or you improve the features, or you write the functions or something like that. So if you hear somebody say that they're refactoring, that usually means they're taking code that somebody else wrote, maybe their past self or maybe a totally different person, and they're sort of improving it and making it better. So if you ever hear that word, that's what that means. And there are also people who professionally, that's what they do, is they refactor old code into new code. And I feel like that kind of sounds terrible, because what you're doing is you're cleaning up someone else's mistakes. But these people also make a lot of money refactoring bad old code. So how bad can it be? So, all right.